Hello. If you are searching for pageant interview questions or perhaps assistance in how to answer questions, or more likely, what do you do when you don't know the answer to the question or don't want to answer it, then you've come to the right place. I'm Dr. Stephanie Ray. I've been in your shoes before and I can help you ace the pageant interview. So no matter how many kinds of questions you're preparing for or worried about, they basically boil down to two kinds, conceptual and factual. And you might not know the answer to a certain question, or you may misunderstand what's being asked, or you understand but you just for whatever reason might prefer to avoid answering the question you were asked. So they're all different components that we plan on addressing in a series of videos that we'll be releasing in the near future. But for today, we're going to focus on factual questions and what to do when you don't know the answer to a factual question. And a factual question is pretty obvious. It's a yes-no kind of answer. You should know that. But what if you've simply forgotten a fact about your platform or your state that it seems like you should know since you are going for a title in that particular state? How do you handle it? Well, one choice, which I do not recommend, is to fake it. You could put out there some fact that you hope nobody will notice is wrong, but that's not safe. It's not right, and I never am going to recommend lying or misrepresenting yourself or your state, but it also isn't safe because somebody else on that judging panel there, they may know, or it's easily found out through a quick web search and it could come back to bite you. So don't fake it. Try and take a pass. Taking a pass could be using humor. It could be offering a fact in place of the one that they asked you. It could be admitting that you did prepare but you've forgotten and that you'll make efforts to remember when you take home the crown. You can do any number of things as long as you keep a smile on your face, keep eye contact, and handle it with grace, because the main thing they want to be able to see is what will you do when you're under pressure. Nobody expects you to be a walking encyclopedia. There are some things that you should know about your state. There are some things you should know about your platform, but we all forget from time to time. So how do you handle it? So here's an example of a pass. Let's say you're competing in some sort of Arizona pageant and someone asks you, oh, what's the state bird of Arizona? You may have known at one point, you may have forgotten. Whatever the case is, if you don't know, you can smile and say, that is not coming to mind right now, but what I can tell you is that the state tree is the Palo Verde, and that we're known as the Grand Canyon State, of which I'm very proud. And if anybody here hasn't had the opportunity to visit the Grand Canyon yet, I hope that you'll make the time. It really is one of the wonders of the world. So you take it in a different direction, or you could ask them to ask you a different kind of factual question. That just puts you at risk of not knowing two in a row, and you want to use these passes kind of sparingly, so it's better to state something you do know and hope that they'll just move on, which they probably will, because again, these pageant interviews are not necessarily quizzes. So do your best to know what you can about your platform, yourself, your own facts about yourself, remember what you put on your paperwork, and your state, and then just have fun in the interview, and remember not to fake it and to practice different ways to pass. All right, well, there's other tips like these in the rest of the videos and more coming up that have to do with how to handle questions where you don't know the answer. So subscribe to the channel and go to pageant2phd.com for some other tools that'll help you shine your brightest. See ya.